tonight with our program KELELE. Program KELELE has begun, and this program runs every Monday to Friday, and that is from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And as I said, we are here for the program KELELE, and those of you who are there watching, please don't go off. Be there. We are here with our program, and I have very good topic for us today, topic for discussion. So I expect you to do what? To contribute when the time comes. You people watching me from the different parts of the country, starting right here from Marua, going that side of Nebi, Zombo, Paida, Pakwach, crossing to Kigumba, Masindi, Hoima, Biale, Parombo, not forgetting people who are in the northern side, Gulu, Lira, Kwania, Kole, Apach, Kotido. Very many. We have very many districts in the country. Coming downwards, our people from Ajumani, you're there in Moyo, Yumbe, Koboko, Maracha. I all want to welcome you for this program KELELE. Media man episode see our ale mina wat for ambu mini was night even in RC even mina ma program KELELE de l'RC. I ko fuvina ni ma mbu saro. Mania ikoru unjo madongo tika nena kawoni eni amitafoi uzo pineni West Nile TV program eni dongo wachake wabeluong program eni KELELE wabechaku program eni sawa riwe media war bir sangwen media war eni from Monday bir Friday. And I am called Asizo Scovia, your presenter, and aka Mama KELELE. Today is the 17th of September 2024. It is a Tuesday, and let me hope your work was okay, your day was okay. I hope everything is good, and I don't know how your evening is right now, but mine is really good. Kila mtu maiko kuangalia sisi fasi mbalimbali, nataka kuita nyinyi karibu kwa program yetu ya KELELE. Tumeanza program hii tayari. Namna mimi nasemanga tunaanzanga siku ya kwanza mpaka siku ya 5 kutoka saa 2 hiyo siku mpaka saa ngapi? Saa 4 hiyo siku, alafu ninaitwa Asizo Scovia. Mimi ndio Scovia. Watu wengine wananiita Mama KELELE. Kama umesahau jina, wewe unaweza kusahau kuita mimi Mama KELELE. So in yesterday's topic, we talked about the students reporting back to school, pupils and the pupils and the students reporting to school, and we talked about how we can make the school conducive for the children as parents, and the roles that the children are supposed to play when they're in school in order not to disappoint their parents, and so that they can make a brighter future. And then today I want to talk about children's care. This week is for the children. Yes, because it is all rotating around the children. It is all rotating about school. So today also I want to talk about children's care. I know because of school preferences, very many parents have decided to do what? To send their children to better schools. There are those parents who cannot afford boarding, and but they have those good schools, day scholars, that are near their relatives. So for that reason, you have given your child to go and stay with what? With a relative. So your child comes to you during holidays. When it is time for school, this child stays with your relative. Mani yoberle amandro program andore warovini anti madia wiki audu ajerma anje kiyo anti magota school war madia anji goki school war aleda aya zire kinga kuwa kinga toro gozu school war iyo ni driaje anje kiyo anzi iyo tabani le anti mederike ki ani medro tu klilire madia aya zini vini iyo ta tipikaru emini chonga anji mazakozo school lazo avasiri ki adoke aranje ki ajebo andru amadiyo njaru madia anji bani mufe ape bazire pevore mito mi mva dimo abazifu mi envivu ya mi adrivu ya mi agivu ya agbar school ari nitezo alarisi aya kadu se afasende cha boarding ni kungonda le ijimi mvama tamba bazivu program andrama vukelele madre amangeyonje anzirike ni ariadale bama ya doni wonjo matika nenwani lawo beru ka lor kum lor malote no tika dor gangwan walo jemi ma peri maduong tutwale oberu jemi ma merlo teno tem magiti gangwan kedak jem ma merlo nyoro tem kilo teno walo lo kum jemi eguni mantin ati merlo kum lok moni maitel latini bol ngamoni ka beru cham mogo no tipi kwan in peromo cholo school fees me boarding do dongitel latini bola mero nyoboru mero cham mogo bola remi madong lutini tika beru kono gena ngoma iti timune chala nyoro mi wehoni jemi ne uwon mabe nyogi motie ma in pay ka timune ibini yang tini kelele program ba bora ibini yang gini. Sasa siku hizi yani maneno sio ya mchezo, kila kitu iko ngumu. Siku hizi wazazi wametuma watoto wao kwenda kukaa na watu wengine, lakini kama mtoto yako kukaa na mtu mwingine kitu gani unafanya? Ama wako tu hapo umetuma mtoto wako kwenda kukaa mtu mwingine alafu umesahau habari ya mtoto. Kitu gani unafaa kufanya kama mzazi? Sasa kwa program yetu ya kelele nitakumwambia. Sasa ingine kuna kitu ingine iko wa hakuna kufanya, lakini leo hii utajua kwa program yetu ya kelele hii. We have different kind of guidance that we give our children to. Sometimes our brothers, our sisters, uncles, aunties, grandmothers, grandfathers, very many relatives including friends. But the person whom you're entrusting your child with, is the person trustworthy? Are you sure that your child is in safe hands? About last year at around June, I moved to Terego. I moved to Terego part. There is some village which is bordering Yumbe. So as I was there, I went there for a work-related issue. As I was there was a small girl who was moving. She was running away, but she was moving and she was totally lost. Now I all got concerned. I was like, hey, this small girl, where is she going at this time? I had to call people who are around me and I asked them if they know that girl. They said they don't know this girl. I had to send someone to go and call this girl. They brought this small girl to me. Only to ask this girl where she's going. The girl said she's going to Maracha. From Terego, but she does not even know the direction of Terego to Maracha. She was just going wherever, God knows where she was going. And imagine such a child can even end up in bad hands. There are bad people who are still existing amidst us. Night may fall when this girl is somewhere which is not safe and she ends up into trouble. I had to ask her whether she knows her family members, whether she knows their home, and she said yes. I carried this girl with me. I came with her to Maracha. She directed me and I took her up to where she is staying, her home. So sometimes we entrust our children with wrong people. You give your child to someone and you don't know how your child is faring. At the end of the day, your child gets mistreated. And it is because for us parents, when we are always giving our children under people's care, we even forget. Nyiranye didrake gwedi amala kusinya barangwani ike drama diziri kaya koluma diziri ki madina gbakanya barangwani ka kani itirida kanya barangwadi idada ya ama nya barangwadi kede hunji nyiri rataku tanya nyilo teri ijinya barangwani koluma diziri nyedimbe kata gwedi. We have scenarios whereby you give your child to someone to go and stay. You even forget that this child needs the soap. You forget that this child needs smearing oil. It is now up to the other person's responsibility to take care of your child. But that is not the way it's supposed to be. How is it supposed to be? You will tell me. When you have given your child to someone, make sure that if you have a phone, always call to check on the child, talk to the child. My baby, how are you doing? How is the school? What is it that you want? What is missing? Try and call your child, and so that you find out whatever thing is happening in their lives. Many of us send our children in first term. We see them again in December, third term holidays. We don't even talk to them on phone. You don't even check on your child. Very many children are going through suffering. I have seen children who are growing with their grandmothers, and these children are going through a lot of torture. Because this grandmother is now old, she cannot even cook 3 meals in a day. She has to try her level best to look for food and give at least these children a meal once in a day. So because of hunger, these children go to the neighbors' places and they be stealing. The little money they get, they steal. They get food in their neighbor's house, they steal. It is because these children have parents who are still strong enough, but the parents are unbothered. They have left their children with an old mama. Where do you expect an old mama to get money to be buying food for children all the time? Nafikiria mama huyo atapata pesa wapi? Daku dong mutiri ebinu wangu sente kani. Idong echwala uye peri. Bang daku moku mutiri. Bang meni. Ento meni dong nguvu pare tegu pare dong romu ngomiti mungo. Mesayu cham kitama dong ini chopu kasayo. Dong inuangu ni adaku enu dong sayo pare cham moku ninda chel ka dong awiye ki cham wanga chel enu nangu dong romu. Dong awiye ni dong kichedu bang jirani nangi be kwalo cham. Gikwalo sente, pegi moku china nga wiye ni be kwalo. Nyatin peri matu ya jara kuongodo nka woni wedwogu jara kuopikechi. These small children that you see stealing, they have not been trained to steal from homes. They are stealing because of hard situations, because of hunger. You have entrusted them to someone who is not capable of giving them food, square meals 3 times a day. And yet you as a parent, you're strong enough and you can even take care of your children. You can provide for them the needs, that food. But now imagine a small kid, 7 years, 5 years, 6 years. You expect this child to eat once in a day and stay the whole day. What do you expect? These children now end up becoming thieves. Yet they were not trained to do what? To become thieves. So the studio line is open. That number that you see on the screen, please call me and I want to hear from you. What kind of advice do you have to give us, the parents? We have parents who are planning now to send their children to go and stay with their sisters, to go and stay with their brothers as they study, because they are better schools wherever they are. So call me on that number that you're seeing on the screen and I hear from you. What do you have to tell me? What kind of advice can you give? Because our small children have become thieves. And nyira rechake dio guone agbari abirisi. Anziki medi moko anzi medivu. Mi anziki kumiandrivu tiaza koma zimini ferale ni yo. Mi di afanzi ni medi okpo erevu reta enyanda zo anzi matia pale kona odu alomako. Iyo ni triado anziki debe abirisi. Iyo bani dia zo abirisi disi anziki de mwari ejirani ma faki ugu. Mitari ere mvari ugu sendewo. Mimu ere mvari ugu tibibo. Afachisi jirani pini bareki anziki udu ugu. So studio line is open. Call me and I want to hear from you. What advice can we give our parents? I am so sorry, we have lost our first caller. So the studio line is still open. Call me on that number that you see on the screen and I want to hear from you. Hello? Sorry, we lost you again. You can call again. Try again because the studio line is still open and I want to hear from you. And those of you who have messages to send, please keep your messages coming. Keep sending in your messages and I will read them when the right time comes. And those of you who have a contribution towards this program and towards today's topic, please call me. Amiru wiyuneki bori. I want to hear from you. What kind of advice do you have to give parents? Because now even there is a word in Lukbara language, money mania. Your children are moving to people's homes to go and beg. Please give me, please give me, please give me, please give me. But the parents are alive. Wewe kwa mzima hao bado kufa, lakini mtoto yako huko kusumbukana. Hakuna chakula. Mtoto akunisa chakula ya kukula. Call me on this number 077-162-8590 and I would like to hear from you. What do you have to add on to today's topic? Concerning our children. There are people who have already sent their children to what? To go and spend time with the relatives. And then we also have those who are yet to send their children in to go and stay with their relatives. But then we have parents who send their children to go and stay with the relatives and forget. You don't even check on your children. You don't even send money for upkeep. You don't even send money to the caretaker. Maybe if it is a public holiday, you send some money so that they can eat meat. For you are just there. We have our caller here. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, thank you. Yes, my name is Brian.
Brian, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kampala.
Thank you. How is Kampala today?
Kampala is fine. Nice to meet you here.
Thank you. So, what do you have to tell us?
I have not followed what has been going on, but I just wanted to say hi.
Okay. Thank you so much. Please send in your regards.
Okay.
Send your greetings. Sorry. Hello. Hello. What's Night TV KELELE? Hello. I'm getting you. Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Hey, you're Nani?
Atie maberi. Tie nenedi.
Atiendo, anatisido, kutiendongo ya.
Kiriandongo nyingi nga?
Nyinga,
Lydia.
Cecilia.
Unu Cecilia Kiriandongo tie nyanedi.
Tiendongo tie maber, ndo yana.
Afoyo do ka yeruo wotie maber de.
Ya.
Cecilia wech do awe winji maber. Kayo do Cecilia do ngirengo pirango do na ngamita winji benyi do ke goira simu kendo ba. Maka winji lembe maimiti wechi racha. Kodi rengi duogi ve. Hello. Hello, what's Night TV KELELE? Hello. Please, can you focus on your phone? Please leave the TV for people who are watching.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good evening. How are you doing?
You are talking to Juventile from Amuria.
Juventile from Amuria. How is Amuria today?
Amuria is fine. You have some bit of rain also.
That is a good blessing, by the way.
I just want to contribute about what you have talked about for a while.
You are most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead now.
Really, we have people who have abandoned their own children. When you send someone to school, you have sent him somewhere to be either a lady or in case of anything. You know, some people, what they normally do, just abandon you. And you don't even have to find out how the kid is surviving from there, how he's staying from there.
True.
You see? Really, but that is our responsibility, we as parents.
Okay, now what advice can you give to somebody who sends their children to some far place and they forget, they don't even check on? What advice do you have to give them?
They should keep on monitoring now.
They should keep on monitoring an evaluation policy.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Easy.
I wanted to greet all my family members, all from Amuria in my local language.
Greet them, we shall understand. We have very many coming from Amuria.
It's okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brian.
And some people from Maraca, Yumbe, Koboko, and all those areas.
Okay, no problem. Juvenile.
Yes.
Please send my regards to everybody who is in Amuria. Tell them that West Nile TV is here for them. They should be watching us.
They know.
Okay, that is good.
They like it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, that is Juvenile from Amuria. Juvenile is saying that many of the parents do what? Send their children to far places, sometimes to go and work, sometimes in school, and you forget that you have children alone. There are very many parents who can be very happy. Now, when it is a day to send off their children, they can be very happy that, this time now Lucky is not around. I'm really very happy. At least these children have been overstressing me, yet they are your children. Your children, now you're sending them to go and stress somebody, and you don't even want to check on them. So Juvenile is saying, please check on these people. Check on the future leaders. We have another caller here also. Hello. 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 Sorry, we lost you. You can call again. Please call again. Hello. Eniga. Cecilia for duogu.
Hello?
Eyo abe winji do Cecilia for duogu do.
Hello?
Nanga genu ni erengu magwedo afo duogu. Hello.
Cecilia do for Kiriandongo ya.
Cecilia abe winji do inrembe winjango.
Cecilia ya winji tiga winji.
Aya do afo yo dani da be winji do.
Yeah. You want to live in my bed, but live my
Ando nindu cheka be wachu lembe maber do.
You inyalo ya. Le marazo tisio tika ko le ma wana ro nyol maber but yo le madongo ro ko walingo wi maber tika ne. Wana ro nyol maber but yo re do tika me ngo gati hawani ka go ka wi ka hawani watina wi ya do ka ru kene go mi gwa to pego do tika bir ni ro wi ya ko pin. Don't tell them right.
Now udo utero wiye eni kunu perango nangu chamore pe nyangore pe.
So one no ni sta sio de champe pe. Do wana no watinga la wiya ya tima mwana nga ko didangwa. Do wodo le mere mabere to wodo le mere wodo ko wale ngope ko ni kiti gerde nyono ngodi ra tu gobi.
Eni do lembe eni do wachok lembe ne zo wicho. Okay, wawinju. Wabikilu giti neni. Anda. Afaya do. Wabikilu ucho aba Cecilia go isimu kukiriandongo ni awuncho. Rombe weko ngopinya ndong timere kameni. Gindong ginywalo maber ento udong cho uyude ngo gwoka wiya. Cecilia from Kiriandongo is accusing the men that it is the men who are making them collect these children and take them to go and stay with their relatives, because the men, for them the women, for us the women, we do the part and we produce good children. But now the men are not taking their responsibilities. They are not pulling up their stockings and take care of the children. Even feeding becomes hard. So because of that, they carry these children and take them to at least a family that is fair, fair, where at least there are meals. So men who are watching, what can you say? That if you marry a woman and the woman does not produce, also problem. The problem here, you are barren, you cannot produce, and if now the woman produces also, you don't want to take care of the children. Is it true or it is not true? Call me. That is Cecilia from Kiriandongo. Hello. Sorry, I lost your call. You can still call. Studio la mporuti etuolo goera simulo. Hello. Hello. Now, since Cecilia is saying that it is the men who are causing what? It is men who are causing these things of them taking their children to go and stay with their relatives. Now, when they take these children to go and stay with their relatives, they cannot send anything, they cannot give any help and so forth, because the men have refused to take up their responsibilities. So I don't know if that is true or not. Call me, I want to hear from you. Hello.
Hello, Scovia.
Yes, please.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Very good. Joyce from Ibanda.
Hey, Joyce, how is Ibanda?
Ibanda is very okay. Aruan ngone.
Aruan ya la.
Baya, ata sawa sumamina alfofa zimi wa program minute ya mavi kisi.
Mavini hata imina alfofa ya mpu imini program nile amba mbarisi.
Lakini yale banga tia kwa vure alfas kisinga imise mpima namba chi wa nisimo barami dundru penye wale.
Iyo azio mafanikise vuliara.
Haki ni ya. Ma point manzo yor madarari ya fa Cecilia
ni yoda
Cecilia Mayo is very correct. But again also I blame us the ladies or the women.
Why are you blaming the women?
I'm blaming myself. One of the ladies who is passing through that very thing. And the life example I have is with my sister. You say this man is not supporting you, is not even giving you even a pampas of 500.
But you go ahead.
Why do you still go ahead producing more than one with the same man who is giving you the hard time? So, me, I'm advising our group, the ladies and the women who are listening to us. At least when there is a problem, you face the problem with the first child. Don't rush to produce the second child with that same man. Because they are the birds of the same feathers
flock together.
So mega bima blere yangu yani minira kupirwa vazi yakupitsa myaza koko mingalo modern tizapia kupialo for the for me mavima anzereni tiriki no that I'm talking against her akupitsa zakoko akupinira mbane mbali ya mboro mbyalia sabuni mpaka nokubafu mvote kwari akuzuru niteyo
the waro
go ahead and
the waro mbari
like you know, see, like even as the man and God, if the money ama vabeko, you mean that it touch mamba, Manvara is still very young. So, may make sure I'm struggling for him. Actually, I'm working for him. So, Agunga, they are young. I mean that you micho in Jiko.
You are very perfect in your program, because now even like my mother is becoming old and older every time, because we are so much stressing her. We are giving her a lot of pains. She's ever sick because of that stress.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
So means that we stuck at that minute. Yeah, I can't tell my day.
Mitalomani ha gaziki feria.
So mama said that is man skimule and then I'll copy man skimulenta. Ekama kupide you are terrible and you reduce the speed. Their family plans, they are what you just go and
get one for free.
So that's what I can say.
Okay, thank you so much, Joyce. Our family angiriwa. Easy body kizi lubadi ki.
As mama let reward Olara Prince Jordani Moniole Pialati. As my dreamer let Ravaga Albert Razia Kampala Yari.
Aziridi.
As the man like son, I remember on your premature fepiri where over Tomorrow head in him on a village and all
Mediti itini ombe adisi.
Maditira Gimal son, I remember myself Vivian E of Bisoniana.
Our the four angry. Our the four Sammy for Cavini Tara and Rovino Rudia Langbari.
Manga program, then I come on look on.
Our the four my program did they two allo.
The first summer.
Our the 4 minute day.
Okay.
Well, that is Joyce, huh? Joyce is telling us that she's blaming us, the women. Emini ribor lejo isikiningoni amokoro yori kizani che ni oda gupi aziri koki amazako te itidi onva akore gupi bebo enya gupi madizara nyira gupi mivure koba da mazako komi azako te memulu mumva matita sidile medini mene mva ti dika gberi banziki ti suru ni resiare te ka chamba matambaza suru kiyo mva matamba dule so kiningoni afa garabati si afa zikire family planning che sa silum bani ata sinde kokote afariki bale ki ayuku milu tili alwalose ndrueru So Joyce is telling us that she agrees with what Cecilia said. Cecilia said that it is men are not responsible these days. So they produce, after producing, they fail to take care of the family. So these women are forced to carry these children and take them to go and stay with relatives who are doing at least better. Then at the end of the day, these children are left there with no support. So our sister Joyce is telling us that it being men's fault also, it is also our fault as women. Because now you know your man is someone who is not ready to provide for the family. He cannot provide for the family, but you go ahead and produce again and again. You produce problem on top of problem on top of problem, and then both of you fail to take care of the children. She said she's a live example whereby she has a child, a son, and this son is staying with her mother. And the kind of job she's doing cannot allow her to stay with her child, her son. So for that reason, she's working very hard and always sending money to the mother so that the mother can get the basic needs required for this child. And then you who is watching West Nile TV now, what do you have to add on that? Joyce award for mini ambu mbata lersi. Azil kakita chembata dirite. Yori kita de no torra. Tokwa zile kini ma anjirikiti agupi komi azaku. So iyo ni de amane okoro akakile dura ba. Akakivini ito tinitara ba. I have another caller here. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, please.
TV.
It is good evening.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
But I'm watching the West Nile TV online. But this is not the one I'm watching.
As if what?
Is it not the West Nile TV?
This is West Nile TV.
Parambo.
Parambo mambo eni yabe wechu kunga. Angoro. Angoro mbetimi. The studio line is still open. Call me on that number that you see on screen, and I would like to hear from you. Hello. Hello. Yes, hello. How are you? Hello. Hello. Baby boy.
Good morning.
Hey, good evening. Good evening.
I'm fine.
I'm also fine. What is your name?
My name is Msimeda.
What is your name? Hello.
Yes, hello, West Nile TV.
West Nile TV Kelele.
Ngoni.
Muke ngoni.
Okay. Masi mongba ngago moyo kama.
Moyo kini.
Moyo alaro.
Moyo muswalaro.
Moyo muke.
Awadu ambogo. Ile andujola mani ngoni.
Ada sa wadu fo ini program lisi.
Amami arielo.
Ada program mulai gara maisudo pa.
Ile jola mani ngoni ya.
Ale dole ini program ando di gara femina wadu ko sana.
Awadu ambogo vo mi program ndarisi.
Anda wala gara kiti sisi mimi nguta kambaba zida kiti. Kiti gara le nguta kambaba zida ni. With the proper coordination with the caregiver.
Proper coordination with the caregiver.
Let me the regular checking of that child. Maybe because that good para the level maybe it is checking sakalizu. In case there was no subunenia no bongonia. So let us name parents then but single child is checking sakalizu.
Asidani.
Itu mana juga na banar ini bata bane singu ta sediden lebe
Papunesi de sita zuri de kesi ga borda. Sasa kata mission yangu tia pale mimi gune skula sini pale gadi. De lula na ya de first ala na ya ita niya kule so kaya give about the proper coordination with the teachers. So the people man dela wari maki do program ni kada rare.
Award 4 ijo si miru ade.
Maru subu wasai.
Subu wasai. Subu wasada fi do singoni.
Subu de lo barti fi kula dango tinga lo.
Okay, mingo tinga ro adusi.
Anataka kizo.
Subu ita. Award 4 amboko ile taba zikizira.
Ile taba zira.
Imwandraga.
Bama le ta zira ke mandri rula afisa yoko banga.
Azila.
Azila mu ko eza na yoko banga.
Medo ndulo mbe adisi. Ndula miombe adisi ya.
Ndula madumbe ma wori ma le torsi ma hadi yoko banga.
Award 4 amboko. Award 4. Dasi subu da simu gbanga jo moyoga joba moyo muke akozi unjida dawu aya subu joba mido idri mi ngoti nga fe ba zidri caretaker drile mi check ngoti da sa perisi ako da dawu liki le mi check akora kira aya meta do asi caretaker rodi leta ngbarga ijo ngoti adrope miduli chogadare ujo lakini ki lolo le imu imbaba pidri inyes ujora kingo tingari ucho address lola nane gad kucho akokini mbele editale mike ate karudi inyijo dikichi asingo tiri adre bazi ondwato imbrangaro re miasiri azako muke. Subu is calling us from Moyo and is saying that his advice to parents is that when you take your child to go and stay with a relative, always check on that child. Make sure that you check on that child each and every time to find out what are the things missing, what are the things that this child needs. And also an advice for the caretaker is that when you're taking care of somebody's child, make sure that you coordinate with the teachers, because some children are slow learners, others are fast learners. So for that reason, it is important for you to do what? It is important for you to get connected with the teachers so that you get to know whether this child is a slow learner or a fast learner in order for you to be able to help that child well. So studio line is still open. Call me on that number that you're seeing on screen, and I would like to do what? To hear from you. What kind of advice do you have for the parents, or do you have some regards that you will have to send? Go ahead and send in your greetings. Those of you who have advice to give to the parents, you can also go ahead and do it. But for now, we are going for a short break. We shall come back after that break.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Vinicius Jr., Lamine Yamal, Antoine Griezmann. La Liga comes to Star Times.
A wild celebration!
The big stars, the tiki-taka football, Real Madrid and Barcelona live in your living room.
Real Madrid, a team of dreams!
Catch Catch all 380 games live and in HD on Sports Premium, Channel 259 and Channel 246. Starting this August 15th. Subscribe to StarTimes Classic or Smart Bouquet at 36,000 Uganda shillings to enjoy the football experience affordably. StarTimes Football and limited passion.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Welcome back from that short break. Our studio line is still open. Call me on that number that you see on the screen and I want to hear from you. What advice do you have for the parents, or what are the experiences that you have seen in your neighborhood, maybe with the neighbors, or maybe also yourself when you were growing up, you grew up in such situations? Call me on that studio number that you see there and I want to hear from you. Studio line on wayabu utie matuolo goira simu amita which bengi. Koni utie ko advice mokuma miti iwech ni dhanu ya. Koni mitu chual mot peri ya. Ange oparengo goira simu number maybe nano wang screen keni amita which bengi ba unjo mauti kanena chawane ayabu dong studio line no. Goira chim ami wine ki bor pien koni mi ibi go chim no chawo karo. Chawane dong tie chiaro speed ba. Me dong piber kagale. Yeah. Studio line is open and we are talking about our children who we have left with other people to stay. What advice can you give parents who have children staying with other people? Call me on the studio line and I would like to hear from you. Hello, Bosco. Bosco? Hello, Bosco.
I'm getting you.
How is Busia?
Busia is okay.
How are the four?
I'm happy to watch you live.
I'm also very happy that you have called.
Only that you are not picking my phone. I don't know why.
But I have picked your call. Hello?
Busia is very okay.
Bosco?
Hello?
Hello, Bosco. Please don't focus on the TV now. You put your focus on your phone so that you can hear me. Hello?
Okay, I will now reduce my TV volume.
Okay, thank you for reducing.
So?
What advice do you have for us today?
All right.
Okay, have a wonderful evening.
Good evening to you. The advice I'm giving to my fellow parents.
Yeah?
Is that there are some people who... We have some families who are not matured to get married. When they are sending their children to the school, and that lady or that guardian got married when he was very, very young, so did not have experience of keeping or for keeping other children.
Is it true?
So those are the challenges you always face when you are sending your child to that particular school. Another issue is also poverty.
Poverty.
You might think that let me give my child to my brother or my aunt who is having some money. So that will be helping. Kumbe, in the end, you end up by also losing that child because that person whom you are sending is also having another load in there.
Is having another load.
So that is the Madigo Kenya Lubar Kitinia. School
Erde waro.
Ascoli, it is Bambara Nijite, Nij Dendran, Kenya Gajo Kunpinga, and Mumbara Rifa, the Britnico. Ani here Simba Martin careful as Zama Diote, the Arakinko, Kitabana Vitusi, the Madi Limited.
Madre Limited and the miniature Tambarare.
Yes. Ascolo Partikini, Ezamara Kutri, Ezoma Sivu Kala.
Arune?
As a Lubartikin, Ezamara Kutri, Ezoma Sifu Kala.
Ezoma Sifu Kalani.
School advice, you couldn't buy Yedin Baba Yedin, so meaning that is your dentist, Mitchell got a vacuum.
Mitchell the vacuum, only there, Purobi. Okay.
You can take your really my people, Terami, you couldn't buy Ila Imam Baraka. Imam Baraka, so that in the Mokudu, meaning I didn't let my Tamba kill liberty.
You're done.
And you're and the true, the better dig on Zay Madriaco.
I want for Bosco and Batamburis.
And by the Okulko, Bakadum, Bacarolo, you could kill a video in Yakalandalia, Esia, or Kuma, every day to experience the Taranga Tekoro.
I want for angry Batadis.
I didn't have that to as dinner angry Tarato.
I want for my easy that as even in the four.
Madidop, corner did up side the Butia, Madibani. Dibani was an TV bar, Woody, I think to our Dibani Hermai.
I want for me at Ramani Dachi.
Can see? I let the Dibasi using a manner wherever.
Easy Kifo.
Well, cause your money is Mangado missing.
I want for angry for his daddy.
As could be mandated to Commander Iquata, Ma Yaduba, Merdina, Kilaba did a ruin left.
Messing to Dini.
Didn't.
Bazita mean the bus or a lady rubber.
Bazi, Bazi, Lubarazo, let's cheat a guy for her.
I as in it.
I didn't do my dizzy, Mawadi, and because a Kuaru, Toria, Hinikan, and Toria Ran.
A Toria Merchamani Rusirati at Sangaraleco.
But it's one of the point the Rudy and the rest.
Anira.
Aha, more company by Jalo Gokorada.
Our force is Zura Media Dinzi.
Ah, Tizur Madi was an island promoters as in a Luazi, Key, Uganda, the as the angry.
Now, what for angry or the four?
As in the Bazin Barara Kampala, the above Diffia Equity.
Now, what for?
Magia did the Sorokia Russo. Basuruki even network Mabler be killing so more than Equity.
Our for angry for Bosco.
Elamuke.
Elavin Muke, the bad than a program, the Rakaka.
I'm already matter didn't Yanama de Riadi.
Our for Muke. Daddy Eribo Bosco Ingazu Busia. Embata di maa Bosco Famani Bataki Badaka. Kiningoni. Leta danse afa yufupi luki desasi badi on ve jania lutani bake desasi afa de parakaro agu mele changa tezo ataroko ayi aroko te badi muki dilebo eni di murale badi mwanziri QTC anziri mataba ni bambango ni aroko badi be mwanzia wa peforo. Bosco is giving us an advice and he's calling from Busia. He's saying that most times the parents, young parents, people who are not yet of age to get married, end up getting married. You find that the husband is very young, the lady is also very young and they cannot take care of children. So they end up coming together as husband and wife. They end up producing children and they begin to distribute these children. You give one child to go and stay with your brother. You give the other one to go and stay with your husband's sister. They keep on distributing these children because now they don't even have the experience of staying with the children. They don't have the capacity to take care of children. So Bosco is telling the youth, please take time. Responsibility is not an easy thing. Taking care of children is not easy. From birth, when the child is still very young, you use a lot of money buying pampers, buying soap, basin. Each and every stage you need to be buying clothes for these children. It is not easy to take care of children. So when you are still young like this, don't focus on marriage, okay? Focus on better things. That is advice from our brother Bosco calling from Busia. Go for Bosco for Miniangiri Howard for. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, please. Hello. 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 We lost you. Please call again. Hello. Mamke ngoni.
Muka.
Madion zaribe.
Rolex ibe.
Rolex award for angiri.
Program lisi.
Award for mini program ni nerse. Ila mani andulu ngoni.
Mali yonze yo imili wakina nski ngoni modia. Yo Bosco ndira ma support gini werro.
Aha, mia support lo were, mitabe support ngbani ku.
No, manga beti yo but mi were.
Okay, mi obadidi nya.
Yata inokina nskizu aya Bosco nokine andiki urumbaru odaki. Daki yo ni yo dani. So, mayo dinze jata ma friend jaski anda tia ku ikisa zeru. Amsa kisa roku bi wo ngoni wo.
Wawa. Didi waru di.
Yo ndi amu didi kane madil bararo ngoni andi waniko. So mata ni ga parents ki Leba ma kanzini advise. Yo ne osina ntia ku kisingo ngoni malki ikadi apa parents ki yarki sidi man parents ki blemu.
Parents mimi ni sa address ki blame ite.
Yeah, adi spesi. Itu mungkin ini kan mungkin ngaro tapi bo tadi dia sih mungkin sudah nonton Maria sih. Tadi kan lewat ngoni, tapi so mungkin luar barat jadi apa seru, nukurnya tidak sih ngoni aja. Jadi ini tadi ada versi non dua sih, ya. Jadi Aki kali itu di ini ada tinggal mi dua follow sih era. Ini Goni armodia. So, tadi kama eronzi, uronza miriri va erisa signore, vadi altini kalbi erisa tangeri erisa.
Mirni mbata fesa sa driase.
Aha. So, ikaya dingara izo dinefsetene, apartini ndo kulimbani ngoni, ile yeku ngoni.
Ile eku amboazi kivine do fegu madriate.
Aha.
Aguni yo ke game me controller okay yo azio bata dingane.
Aha. Kadere zamare ima buku ntore buku ndukuma za korolendi.
Ada.
Eso tungari kindi kwa zozo kusizuku. So no ayamba kuperri ito suringoni. Tadi andrekule niona ni yerito fuliki ngoni yes itakuwa pale kita ndio ina kama ndo nango hiyo atilikuwa diso afazingani au
you are done
so para distansi lati bi rungaru anti maria ndio zora yerito ndile wawa
okay Rolex award fangire mbatarase
hata mayo ndo tivadi mo kuyote lakini Zon bani yoki evu niziki ndiki madilia taku.
Ndiki midilia kute? Award 4 mete okudura.
Okumadura Mungu ni samani rise.
Award 4. Ikamu okudu lelu vina manira amani pamve umwera leven.
Ini karibu.
Award 4.
Okuma le le bare kushiki bale kushene litase kiri kina rizika mwe.
Iwazi open mini fera 4.
Tati mweluka fefo.
Easy.
Ati mweluka lera amuru pena ingabu mwarata.
Azini.
Aya, eruwa masaladi.
Medium be adisi.
Masa kadi omda ni sira.
Award 4 angire Rolex. Award 4.
Masa kadi ungo sawa nanga zati progo de mutira.
Ongo dangoy.
Ungo ro yasa yi yara ba diru shikui.
Ongo nire marube adeya.
Super sina zimbu dika.
Super sinazie.
Super sina zimbu dika wo.
Adu chabo.
Super zimbu dika wo ati sende ati odu ika nana tomato ringi gura Afrika.
Aya muke amongo ravyo.
Are ngongo da mas ngongo na rindo mamba.
Aya do.
Iko miulu ala.
Iko vini do odu ala.
Aya.
Odu ika nyanya tomato African queen tadi ado. Aya iyo azio lidinga.
Aya.
Award 4. That dance Rolex kena mata tipika rudi le afeke anja mani mbata. Inja mavuri pinile bama yaru bama eni mbata feti bama fe eni mbata chi. Rolex is adding on to what Bosco said that the youth of nowadays are marrying at a very young age. So Rolex has added by saying that parents should also focus on advising the children. Let us advise these youth. Now when they reach the adolescent stage, make sure that you sit them, you give them advice, give them directions on what to do. Because if every time you're just quarreling on this child will grow horns. They grow horns. They become very stubborn, they don't listen. At that age now, they will be like, okay, so you think you can rule me. You think you can control me. So because of that, the child becomes very rude uncontrollably. But once in a while, at least, instead of quarreling on this child, bring this child and reason with her. Reason with him. Sit down with your children and discuss things with them in a very good tone, in your normal mood, not every time when you're quarreling on them. That is a way we can avoid some of these things. By the way, we have very many women who don't even know their children's names. You go and do the survey, you collect at least 10 women, bring them and ask them to mention for you all their children. They will not be able to mention all the names. They will confuse the firstborn with the thirdborn's surname. They will pick the firstborn's first name and they will bring fourthborn's second name and add on to this one. There are many women who are confused. Now when you ask them, hey, you really have these children, how come you don't know their names, you don't know their age? They will tell you it is because they don't stay with me. There are women who are producing, they produce after producing. When the child reaches 4 years, they give out to their siblings. They don't even stay with their children. They only have one hut where they are staying with their husband, but the rest of the children are scattered, staying with different people. Mamva marua vimanite, mamva amabeku. Mva melia nyeta kuanzile haki mabeku ini. Teiti mi anjikimi. Wewe ndio umezaa watoto ina lakini umesahau. Kuna wazazi wengine kwa hapana jua majina ya watoto. Yaani watoto hapana kaa na hawa. Mtoto ya kwanza unasahau jina, unaleta mtoto ya mwisho unatoa jina ya huyo unakuja unaongeza kwa huyo. Wewe jaribu kuleta wabibi 10 alafu uliza hao maswali. Hata zaidi yake hapana jua jina ya watoto zaidi kwetu hapa. But women know their husbands' names very well. Even if you wake up this woman you wake her up from deep sleep and you ask her what is your husband's name, they know. We know our husbands' names very well, but when it comes to the children, we begin to gamble, we begin to murmur. You take time to think about your child's name, but you know your husband's names very well. So the studio line is still open. Call me. I have about 15 minutes to, about 11 minutes to pick your calls. Hello?
I'm very sorry to disturb you at this time.
That is not disturbance, please.
This number we picked from TV, we are knowing that it's also from West Nile TV channel.
Yeah, it is a studio line for West Nile TV.
Yeah. Yeah, we were calling, we are not seeing the response.
Because we have very many people who are calling, there are very many people who are trying to get through the line. So if you're calling and you don't get through, it is because very many people are also calling at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So those of you who have messages to send, please send in your messages now, because it is almost time for me to read out your messages. Yes. And those of you who still have calls, you can go ahead and call. But for now, ale minimbata fe amitami who advise. I want to advise you people on what we can do as parents who are having children staying with other people. Please, ensure that the person you're giving your child to is trustworthy. Somebody who does not have questionable character. You may give your child to go and stay with a brother whom you know is a drunkard, and every time he's drinking. What do you expect? One day your child will be beaten badly. You know that you have that in that family there is someone who is a bit mad, whose head is not working well, but you still send your child to go and stay there. Do you know that anything can happen to that child? The madman or mad woman can decide to harm this child. Please let us consider that, and as parents discuss and agree on child care arrangements, routines and expectations. As you're taking your child to go and stay with your sister or your brother, don't just take this child and leave the child there. Go and talk to your sister or your brother. Now, since my child is coming to stay with you, what are those things that you expect me to do? What are those things that I should do in order for you to be what? In order for you to be at peace. Try and discuss those terms and conditions with whoever you're sending your child to. If they tell you that at least every month things are hard, be sending for us at least some 30,000, you people can go ahead and do what? And discuss about these things. Discuss about these things and make sure things go in order the way you've discussed and agreed. Then provide contact information and emergency contacts. When your child is going to stay somewhere, sometimes you have a phone that you know that anytime this phone can be off, or you have any other alternative alternative number that you can use. Make sure that all your contacts are with what? With the other person who is taking care of your child. Leave a detailed guide and child care, including medical information. Many of us are having children who are sick. They have some medical conditions that you don't even disclose to your your child's caretaker. Your child is maybe someone who is asthmatic. When it is too cold, this child begins to suffer from asthma, but you don't even tell what the caretaker. You just leave your child there. How shall this person help this child of yours? If your child has some sicknesses, it is good for you to disclose it. And what are the kind of medication that always helps your child when they are facing those hard moments? You need to disclose them to the caretaker. Indongi bebedu keni iteru nyatin per banga tumoku echi de bedkunu indongi paru dengo nangu nyatin per tie kutu omoku mamme tunia sa cheke gi checking nyatin eni. Sa moku nyaten per nango tie ku asthma iwechu dengo nango nyaten per tie ku malaria matue type marach iwechu dengo lembe ne dongi tingu nyaten per gami tere kuni weke kunu iwechu dengo lembe ne pingati mobe gwa ku nyaten per donge biko nyaten per nyanedi awiye moku tie nwango yat magi miku igikonyu gi dengo yat moku tie nango konyu gi maki nyut lembe elizo ne ngati mabe gwa ku nyaten per. Mtoto yako kama umechukua kwa mtu alafu mtoto huyo unapata saa nyingine yako na ugonjwa zingine kwa mwili. Lakini ugonjwa hii wewe pana mambia mtu maiko kuchunga mtoto. Lakini leo inamwambia wewe kama mtoto yako kuna ugonjwa sijui asthma, sijui kuna malaria mbaya, chukua mtoto huyu kwa mtu huyo alafu mwambie yeye nti mtoto yangu yuko na ugonjwa hii. Alafu ugonjwa fulani inatakiwa dawa fulani. Unamwambia hawa anafanya nini au unaweza saidia mtoto yako saa ugonjwa. Saa mtoto yako yuko mgonjwa lakini upo namwambia mtu. Sasa mtu atasaidia namna gani? Ngatibu kwenye ni no latini kumelet. Indo ngiteru latini bonga mao chiru beru kuno no kumeleti chiki malaria moni wati type marach. Tia mogo no latini tiki asthma ento indo ngipi waju ki ngan matika gwa latini. Yan mogo tie mape kum latin. Nawa. Yan mogo tie madong pe mako kum latin ento mogo tie no mako kume. Wen miri nyot la korije mini bon ngan matika gwa latini. Jo mogo tie gi kwanyo latin gitero bon ngate gimoy ken magi logo pe. Mani ya giri latini chako to jemine dong dugu rach madong pe wache nawa. So these are the things that are happening. Our children are staying in people's homes. They are staying with our relatives without their health conditions being disclosed. It becomes very hard when your child automatically falls sick abruptly and nobody knows the kind of solution they can give your child. And yet your child's solution, you know very well, it is always good to do what? It is always good for you to inform people who are staying with your children. Those of you who have messages, please keep on sending your messages. And I only have 4 minutes to pick your calls. Obendo megba simu vule megba simu aleyo eremitia askuniyo azio kwarale datile lomani so megba ngaman simu la dika lengeyo mitia rida ngapodi afudi akodi neba obendo megba man simu da. As many people have advised, please make sure check on your children. If you have a smartphone, make video call with the children. Sometimes your children can fear to tell you what is happening with them. You call them on the voice and they will tell you, Mommy, I'm fine, Daddy, I'm fine, but you have not seen them physically. Get some data, buy data, make video call and see your child physically on the phone, how they are doing. Some of your children have serious beatings. They have serious pinchings on their bodies, but now you cannot see because you're only talking to them on phone. Now somebody is near them, they will fear to tell you that, Mommy, things are not good with me, I'm being beaten or what. So if you have the smartphone, make sure you make the video calls, chat with your children. When there are big days like that, make sure that you send some money to the caretaker so that they can buy some good items for the children to enjoy at home. And by doing that, the caretaker can also appreciate. Because this caretaker also has responsibilities, also has children to take care of. Now plus yours. It is also good once in a while when you contribute. Once in a while visit them, take for them shop, take soap, take sugar, cooking oil, whatever thing that you can do. Some of you are in the villages whereby you get your food from the garden. You have cassava, you have maize, you have beans that you get from the garden. Once in a while, visit your family where your children is staying. Carry some of those things that you have harvested from the garden and take them to the caretakers. Because many of these caretakers, you find they are in town, they are buying food. But for you, assume that because now they are in town and they are buying food, they are well off. You don't even bother to bring at least a cup of sim for your children to eat pasted food. But that is not it. Even if somebody is rich, It is always good to give the little that you have. For us Ugandans, we have the mentality that the person who is rich should always be the one giving. No, even you with your little capacity, you can also give. Blessed is the hand that gives than the one that receives. Some of us assume that we are very poor to give out, and we expect other people always to give. When people don't give, you say they are stingy. So and so is very stingy. He has a car, he has a good house, but he cannot give. He's very stingy. But you, with the little you have, even you cannot give somebody 1,000. You cannot give somebody 500. But today in Kelele, in today's topic, please, if your child is staying with somebody and you don't have money even to give, but you have harvest from the garden, make sure at least the little you get from the garden also send to them, so that your children can benefit and the caretaker can also do what? Be happy. Their children, your children are there staying with their stepmothers. You have divorced your husband, you have left your husband, and your children is there staying with another woman. You are still going ahead to beef. You're causing problems, you want to fight this woman and so forth, but you're not there. The moment for you have left, and your co is the one taking care of your children, be in good terms with your co-wife. Call her every time to check on how she's doing and how your children are doing. Also, if you cultivate some of these things, get them, go and visit your co-wife. Go and visit the children and leave the food item there. Your co-wife will take good care of your child. But where you want to be causing issues, you want to be quarreling, you want to be causing problems each and every time, your co-wife will go and finish her anger on your children. Your children will be the ones to suffer. So no matter how small we have something, let us learn to share, okay? We learn to share. That is my plea today. So I'm going out to read messages. We are no longer picking calls. So I have a message here. Kisembo Masindi Towasati, asante sana programu. And then, hey, my sister, are you good? I am Kisembo from Masindi Nyatonzi Towasati. Bye. Okay, bye. Thank you so much, Kisembo. Let me hope everybody in Masindi is doing good. Thank you so much for watching West Nile TV. Hello, it is Santos Nation Management in Hoima tuned. Thanks for the show, Mama Kelele. Thank you so much, Santos Nation, for watching West Nile TV. And I appreciate the fact that you love our program, Kelele, and I encourage you to keep watching. Thank you for the show. I am Innocent from Lira City, watching you live. Auntie Lira is a city. That is really good. Thank you so much for sending in your message. And regards to everybody who is in Tesoba. You have those ones in the Rainbow. Please send my regards to them. Send regards to everybody who is in Lira and is a fan of West Nile TV. You can still send in your messages. I would like to hear from you. I would like to read your messages. Send in. Good evening, Scovia. As you are sending your child to someone, do you provide food too? To me, it is not good to me, it is not good to send a child to grow with someone. I am Justo. Greetings to you, Scovia. My mother, Beata and Joyce. Thank you so much, Obania, Justo, for sending us this message. I really appreciate so much. I was expecting you to call back because you had tried calling severally, but it is also good that you have sent me this message. So, according to Obania, Justo is saying it is not good for his child to go and stay with someone. That is why they are saying cut your coat according to your what? Cut your coat according to your size. Now, if you produce children that you cannot take care of and you go about distributing them, when you grow old, who is going to take care of you? Because now these children are going to get bonded to the person who is taking care of them. They end up loving those people more than you. When you grow old, you remain what? You remain lonely with no children to take care of you. Keep on sending in your messages. I have some few minutes here to read out your messages. So as I've said, very many of us are parents. We are not thinking about our children's lives. We are not even bothering how our children are coping. I came across a video one time whereby a grown-up woman was beating a baby of only 1 year. Of around 1 year, this baby was being beaten, baby who cannot talk. And I don't know whether you are a mom and you have left your child with a maid. Are you really checking on your child all the time, or for you are all focused on work that you don't even know whatever thing is happening at home? It is not only about the children who are staying with other people. There are also other people that we bring to our homes and are mistreating our children without us knowing. You see? You may be having your child at home there, or your children at home, and the person whom you have brought as caretaker is mistreating your children, is not giving them food to eat. Whatever thing that you leave for them there, they are not being fed with. So as parents, our children's health and our children actually is our priority. Starting from their health, their education, their social life, all as parents we need to consider. Okay? We need to consider all these things, and we take good care of our children, whether they are staying with somebody else or they are staying with us. We need to ensure safety of the children. If you're leaving your children to stay with the maids, at least get time also once in a while to be asking around, maybe neighbors, how your children are being treated. Because for you, you may be there. When you come back, your child is very sad, and you wonder why your child is very sad. Because some of these children are being mistreated when they are still very young, when they are not able to talk. So your child is always very sad. By the way, you need to check on the children who are always sad. There might be a problem, because a young baby of around 1 year plus is supposed to be very joyous when they see their parents and so forth. But some of the caretakers that you're bringing are not taking good care of your children. They are beating your children. When your child messes up, they beat them. When your child does not want to sleep, they beat them. When your child pours water on their body and their clothes is wet, the child is being beaten. And for you, you don't know. Your child is very sad. Me, I've seen some sad baby. That baby was being beaten when she was very young, when she could not even talk. She was just crawling. And when they tell the mother is unbothered. The mother is thinking that the neighbors are just lying. They want to chase. They're looking for ways in order to chase away the caretaker. They tell the mom does not believe. This baby grew up being sad. Up to now, this baby is still growing up, but the baby is a sad baby. Is no longer joyous, and the baby is always very quiet. Does not even talk, and cannot even tell the mother whatever thing is happening to her. So parents, we need to consider people who are taking care of our children. You cannot trust somebody 100%. If your child can be mistreated where you are staying, what about your child who is staying somewhere? Make sure you make the environment conducive for them where they are staying. Once in a while, if you get some little money and so forth, also make sure you do what? Make sure that you send in some help. When you're buying a cloth for your child, make sure that you also get some for the children who are staying there also. So, when your child goes there and your child comes back, make sure that you show interest in your child's experience. Wherever your child has been, make sure that you always ask them when they have now come to you, maybe for holidays, ask them, how are you staying there? How was the stay? It is good for you to find out some of these things from the children. Miasi di mini iwanzi tikiko mianzi mutandra school mukiandra schoolwa kama alosidala da muki di mbamduni risemi mita tipika rudi le misusa mianzi be izio kimianzi motiati atarala rekiandra ngoni imiake ala izio rekianzi motianzi kiminio di kilura adino kwaro anzi mini aba mvera kiko ata anzi mivo ap mivo kula maziki chandisu te inyi mini kutipikaru micho media ziji mimva matambate daleri mimva fuwaro mimva kaida bericho kalodu koko bericho mimva kaza koma ba ima rotia bericho milusu sa dress ba mimva cho mimva ne dia ai kokoko ikete kuwa bo mva ka beru mi rotia bo mva le siku mva le lute mi rotia gbere losi sande ban femva danirse medi tipika rodi mi anzi pini zoria sa minute zure a minute zo ziti ngona le iyo aziki ekuri etile mi mabavini esidi ati mi mana yora ki wore ende miani iyo mi mfani alizo ale ni ariki beni. Sasa kama uko mzazi alafu uko na kazi unafaa kukaa kama unapatia muda ya kuangalia mtoto yako maiko nyumbani. Hata kama unafanya kazi sana unafaa kupata muda kwa mtoto wako ujue chenye yako kufanyikana nyumbani. All of you who have tuned into West Nile TV Kelele Show, I want to thank you so much for all your contributions, for all of you that called in to send in your regards for your contribution. I want to thank you so much, our viewers. See you tomorrow here at West Nile TV, same time with the same program Kelele, with me also Mama Kelele. I'm signing out. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.